This is Satya Pradyuman of Cirrus Research. I want to call your attention to the latest Dividend Quarterly. This report centers on income strategies within the equity market. And a lot of this report centers on the performance gap likely to be seen where dividend growth strategies outperform dividend yield strategies. In this chart, what you're looking at on the upper panel is the difference between dividend yield and dividend growth. So as the line's moving up, dividend growth strategies are outperforming. And as the line rolls down, you'll see that dividend yield strategies will outperform. What's important, though, is that we can draw a linkage between periods in which growth strategies are in favor. This is our growth value oscillator. When this is at the upper boundaries, growth strategies tend to outperform, and lower value strategies tend to outperform. We've been able to draw this linkage between this sort of like growth value rotation and dividend growth to dividend yield. So if we're right and you've got a slowing economy and you've got a more favorable interest rate backdrop, these are proponents of a growth bias. As a result, we think we've already begun to see dividend growth strategies outperform, but we think this is likely to continue. This chart here relates two popular ETFs of different styles. The upper panel represents dividend growth versus dividend yield ETFs. So the blue curve is the yield, and the purple curve are the dividend growths. Here we're using Vanguard and the iShares ETFs, fairly prominent. What's important, though, is if you look down below into sector level biases, a couple of things strike at us. One, what we're noticing is the financial sector is sort of flatlining. This tends to be a key source of yield exposure within the equity markets. And the growth segment, they've started to recover in a pretty strong way. So we expect, as we see this interest rate relief and more of an earnings slowdown, it's more likely that this gap that's just starting now is likely to expand for the remainder of the year. Take a look at the full report. Plenty of comparisons there also across markets and regions for income strategies, and also our own dividend growth model and its performance results. Thank you.